Have you ever said to yourself, I used to feel so confident. What happened? In the next 7 minutes, I'm going to teach you why your confidence didn't actually disappear. What's been happening in your mind and body? And I'm going to leave you with a simple practice you can start using today to start rebuilding it. Hi, I'm Karen, and I'm a spiritual life coach. And for the past several years, I've been helping women who feel stuck between staying and leaving a relationship. For that, I spent over 12 years teaching meditation. One of the things I hear all the time is, I used to be so confident. In fact, I was talking to a woman who came to me just the other day to learn meditation, and she said exactly that. So I asked her, is this about a difficult relationship? She looked at me and said, yes. That conversation stayed with me because I've heard it so many times. You know, women don't usually wake up one morning without confidence. It slowly disappears. One apology at a time, one conversation at a time, one moment of doubting themselves at a time. And then one day, they no longer recognize the woman that they used to be. So let's take a look at what's actually happening here. Little by little, your inner dialogue begins to change. Instead of thinking, something doesn't feel right here, you begin thinking, maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I'm expecting too much. Maybe if I just explain myself better. Maybe I'm the problem. You see, at first, they're just thoughts. But the thoughts that we repeat over and over again have a way of becoming beliefs. After a while, you don't even hear them anymore. They become so familiar that they simply feel like the truth about who you are. At the very same time, your body is learning something too. When you've spent months or years not knowing how a conversation is going to go, your nervous system starts to prepare for the next difficult moment before it even happens. Maybe your shoulders tighten when you hear his footsteps. Maybe your stomach knots before you bring something up. Maybe your breathing becomes shallow the moment you sense conflict. Your body isn't trying to make you fearful. It's trying to protect you. And it's learned to stay on guard. So now your mind has learned to question itself, and your body has learned to brace itself. It's no wonder your confidence begins to disappear. The good news is the same mind that learned these patterns can learn new ones. This is one of the reasons why I love meditation. Now, have you ever thought, oh, I can't meditate because I can't stop thinking? I want to reassure you, that isn't what meditation is. I've been teaching meditation for over 12 years, and no one starts with a quiet mind. Meditation isn't about forcing your thoughts to stop. It's about becoming aware of the thoughts and the feelings that have been running in the background for so long. So long you hardly even notice them anymore. And as you begin watching your thoughts instead of automatically believing every one of them, you start to recognize the old beliefs that you've been carrying. And as you begin noticing your body, you realize how often you've been holding your breath, tightening your shoulders, or preparing for conflict without even realizing it. That awareness is powerful because you can't change something you don't notice. But awareness is only the first step. The next step is to choose a different thought. Not just a positive thought, but an empowering thought that you know is true. So here's a practice you can start using today to rebuild your confidence. Think back to a time that you felt more like yourself. What did you believe about yourself? Maybe you knew that you were capable. Maybe you knew that you were kind. Maybe you knew you were wise. Maybe you knew that you could handle difficult things. Those qualities haven't disappeared. They simply have been overshadowed by years of questioning yourself. So choose one of these truths. Maybe it's I'm capable, I'm wise, I am kind, I can handle difficult things, whatever it is for you. Now begin practicing that thought several times every day. I find it's best to tie it with something in your daily routine so that way you automatically start remembering. So maybe you remember it while you're brushing your teeth, or while you're making your morning coffee, or even every time you stop at a red light. Then throughout your day, start looking for small moments that remind you your power thought is true. If your thought is, I am capable, notice the problem that you solved, the decision that you made, the challenge that you handled. If your thought is, I am kind, then start to notice the encouragement that you offer, the patience that you showed, or even some compassion that you gave to someone. Don't overlook these small moments. These small moments matter because they become evidence. Little by little, you begin collecting evidence that supports the truth about who you are instead of noticing evidence that feeds your self-doubt. You're not trying to become someone new. You're remembering someone you've always been. The thoughts you practiced for years became beliefs. Now, you can intentionally strengthen beliefs that reflect the truth about who you are. And that is where confidence begins to return. So if you're feeling stuck between staying and leaving, I've created a free masterclass called the Sacred Clarity Method. It will help you move from confusion to clarity so you can start making a decision you can trust. You'll find the link in the description below. And hey, if this video encouraged you, I would love for you to subscribe. Every week, I'm going to share practical tools to help you reconnect with yourself, trust yourself again, and find clarity in your relationships. So until next time, take care of yourself, okay?